Welcome to Daily Scary Tales, where nightmares come to life. Hit subscribe and share the horror with your friends, if they're brave enough. Tonight we ring in the new year with 3 chilling, true horror stories that happened on New Year's Eve. Get comfortable, dim the lights, and prepare for tales you'll never forget. Story 1. The Party That Never Ended. It was the last evening of the year, and Bethany was excited. She was invited to an exclusive rooftop New Year's party in the heart of the city. It promised fireworks, laughter, and a night to remember. What she got instead was a memory she would never erase from her mind. When she arrived, the party was bustling. Strangers danced. Some people engaged in deep conversations, and others stood silently by the bar. It seemed perfect on the surface. At midnight, fireworks exploded, and the crowd cheered. Bethany noted an odd hush among a group seated in the corner. They weren't watching the fireworks. Instead, they stared at an empty chair, as though truly transfixed. Strange, she thought. Maybe it was part of some drinking game. As the night dragged on, something felt off. Every time Bethany moved closer to this odd group, she heard murmurs, soft, unintelligible whispers that were becoming more prominent as midnight turned into the early hours. Eventually, curiosity got the best of her. She approached one of the women from the group and asked if everything was okay. The woman, pale and shaking, muttered, "Don't look at the chair. Don't look at the chair." Alarmedly ignoring her warning, Bethany glanced over, expecting to see a person. The chair, strangely antique compared to the sleek, modern decor, was empty except for a faint impression of weight, like someone invisible had been sitting there. Suddenly, the chair moved. Bethany backed away, but the woman grabbed her arm. Her grip was icy cold. "You've seen it now," she said. "I'm sorry." By the time Bethany left the party, she was rattled, barely managing to stay sane on her cab ride home. Days later, she learned the building had hosted a similar New Year's party 15 years earlier, during which someone fell from the very chair onto the street below. Story 2. The Haunting Call. Ethan worked as a dispatcher for a local cab company, and New Year's Eve was always one of the busiest nights of the year. "Pickups at 10 minutes. Be patient," he repeated dozens of times, with loud music pounding in the background and from nearby callers. It was past 2 a.m. when the strangest call of his career came in. The line crackled before a soft whisper echoed through. "I'm lost," said a voice. Trying to confirm the location, Ethan asked for details. The caller repeated, "I'm lost," followed by an address. Ethan paused. It wasn't just any address. That location was a known abandoned house, condemned years ago after a fire left it in ruins. "I'm sorry, this isn't a working address," Ethan told the caller, anticipating a drunken prank. However, the voice grew louder. "Pick me up. I'm waiting." Shivers curled down his spine. Ethan hesitated, but ultimately sent a cab to check it out. He shared the situation with the driver, Frank, who groaned but agreed, mostly driven by overtime pay. 30 minutes later, Ethan radioed to check on Frank's location. Silence. Another call crackled through. "Hello, Ethan." It was the same voice from before, but now inhumanly guttural. It wasn't Frank. The voice continued. "He's in the house now. Tell him to run." Ethan froze. Within an hour unfolded into a police intervention as Frank's cab actually carried scratches resembling claw marks. Nothing was inside the old home except footprints sliding unnaturally one's staircase stall long more. Chilling echo warning curse dwelling, Ethan's forever. Story, New York. Visitor neighbors' complaints nearby. Lined finishes, unspeakable vehiculo trail sinks, have repeatable trunk. You're and anyhow, right row. Noise erupting char. Ensure the expanded voiceover is even more entertaining, but that it maintains the same style, tone, and key points as the original.